And the 2-2 pitch home. Anderson sends a fly ball left center field. Back is Robson at the wall, and it is gone. Nick Anderson, a 3-run bomb with 2 outs, and he extends the Salt Dog lead. It's 7-3. Top of the order, and Michael Woodworth has nobody on base as he sends a line drive into center field. Anderson going back, leaps and makes the catch. That was going to be a tough play the entire way. Nick Anderson got a good jump, and he leaped up and made an impressive catch for out number 2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Borkovich, after back-to-back walks, gets out of a jam, and the Monarchs leave him loaded. 1-2. Chopper right side. Sampson has it at second. Fakes the throw home, and he gets Woodworth hung up between home and third. Now Woodworth will slide back into third. Roscom still has the baseball, wondering where to go with the ball. Finally throws it to second. Now Woodworth taking off for home. They'll throw it back to home. Sampson at home. He'll run it back to third. Throw over to Yanio Perez. Woodworth does not get around the tag. The rundown still continues, and Mariaga slides in safely to third. Absolute madness on the infield. They get Woodworth out at third. Behind the dish, and the Monarchs are averaging about 5 stolen bases per contest as there's a fly ball out into right. Panis has it, squaring it up, makes the catch. Broxton tags, throw home over that of Goodhart. It's a beauty, and he got him at the plate. Beautiful throw from Connor Panis from right. Thank you very much, Jeff. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Jordan Martinson, the newest Monarch to emerge for the bullpen this year, a 5-1 record with a 3.17 ERA through 48 1/3 innings. He's given up 36 hits, 19 runs, 17 of those have been earned, 15 walks, and 58 strikeouts. Huge strikeout guy out of this Monarchs bullpen. He takes over for Matt Hartman, who finishes with 1 inning, 3 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 1 walk and no strikeouts. Connor Panis leads things off with the Salt Dogs down 12-9, and he takes the ball on the outside at 75. Panis tonight is 2 for 3, has had a very nice night with a pair of RBI singles, has reached all 3 times, reached on fielder's choice as well. The 1-0 pitch misses upstairs, and it's 2-0. Left on left matchup. 2-0 in there for a called strike. Panis batting .276, 13 home runs, 37 RBIs, and the 2-1. And that one runs inside, and it looks like it got Panis on the hand. So he will take his base. Chris Herman doesn't necessarily agree with it. Maybe he thought he hit his bat, but Panis jogs into first, and they're going to say he was hit by that pitch. See if we'll get a second look at it, but
do you ever think it's kind of silly when we take a play like that, right, where a ball comes in on a hitter's hands, and we try and figure out if it actually hit the hand or the knob of the bat to determine whether or not it's a foul ball or the player got hit by a pitch. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I get it. I understand why we do it, and now Pierce and Tehuka is going to come together. But at the end of the day, Jordan Martinson threw a pitch up and in that nearly hit the hand or may have hit the hand of Connor Panis. And if it didn't, it hit just a subtle little piece of the bat, and it goes from runner at first with nobody out to a strike. It'll stay a runner at first with nobody out. I kind of feel like Jeff Van Gundy right now when I talk about things and I kind of jump on a soapbox, right? And everyone's like, will you just stop talking about, things that have been, accepted, known for years and years in the game? But I've always thought that was kind of funny.
It is an odd event. Here's Will Kendry, fouls one back just over the head of Drew Devine that's waiting on the on-deck circle.
Especially, too, when you consider pitches in on batters' hands being so scary and so dangerous for the hitter.
Another left-on-left matchup here. The 0-1 pitch. That one misses inside, and it's 1-1.
When you watch slow-mo replays of Major League Baseball of guys who get hit on the hand by fastballs, and you wonder how in the world hands don't break 10 times out of 10 when that happens.
1-1. And that one's grounded foul.
Again, I'm not saying we should change the rule. I've always thought it was silly when we sit there and look, man, did that hit the knob of the bat or did it hit the hand?
Right. Because there's two completely different outcomes.
Yeah.
Kenger's 1 for 3 tonight. The 1-2 pitch in there for a called strike. And Kenger is down on strikes. So first strikeout for Martinson here tonight. And that brings up Drew Devine with 1 on and 1 out.
Batting for the Saltdogs, the shortstop, number 3, Drew Devine.
Devine 1 for 2. Drove in a run on an infield single. Has also walked and came around to score. And the first pitch in there for a called strike over the inner half at 90. Connor Panis on first base after getting hit by a pitch. Saltdogs trying to hang around, down 12-9. They were down as many as 9. Second pitch of the at-bat is a breaking ball at 76 that misses on the outside. It's 1-1. The top of the order looms on deck in the form of Zane Zerbrugge. 1-1 pitch. And there for a called strike 2 over the inner half. Martinson's done a nice job of locating that pitch on the inside, and Devine will call time. And the 1-2. Misses well inside, and Drew almost falls on his face trying to get out of the way of that one. Evens up the count at 2 apiece. I feel like the Saltdogs would like to get at least one back after surrendering one in the top half of this inning. This one's a ground ball over to shortstop. Hatch has it over, but he throws it into right field. Panis gets up. He races into third. Drew will stay put at first base, and a critical error from the Monarchs middle infield, and now the runners are on the corners with still only 1 out.
Yeah, just a huge miscue. And it's not an overly difficult play from Hatch. And this has been one of the problems for Kansas City all season. They have not been a very good defensive team. And Hatch, yeah, he's got to rotate his body. But a sidearm flick over towards Wiley, it just looked like a rush to throw a little bit. And I know you're trying to turn 2, but you, at the very least, have to just guarantee yourself 1. What could have been an inning-ending double play. Instead, the Saltdogs now have the tying run back at home plate.
First pitch to Zerbrugge is up and in. He dodges it. It's 1-0. That's error number 79 for Kansas City this year, which is the most in the American Association. They're dead last in fielding percentage as well at .971 coming into tonight. 1-0 pitch, and that one misses upstairs. It's 2-0 to Zerbrugge. Panis at third. Devine at first. 1 gone here in the bottom of the 7th. Saltdogs trail by 3. And the 2-0 pitch. That one shot the other way, down the line. Fair ball into right field. Here comes Panis. Drew Devine racing to third. He gets the green light. Throw on the way. The cutoff throw will go to third. Devine in safely. And the Saltdogs are down by only a run. It's 12-11. Zane Zerbrugge comes through in the biggest way.
Well, how about that? A huge miscue from Hatch at short. The Saltdogs presented with an opportunity. Zerbrugge, who has not started much at all lately, is injected into the leadoff spot to begin this series to try and change things up for the Saltdogs, and he comes through with a 2-run triple. What was that we said earlier about triples being hard to come by in this ballpark and it being especially tough down the lines? Well, that was about as perfect as it could be. Zerbrugge pokes it down the line. He gets lost in that right field corner. Gives him plenty of time to get to third. Panis and Devine both score, and it's a 1-run game at the bottom of the 7th inning. Who thought we would see this when Kansas City at one point led 11-2 in the 4th?
So Nate Sampson comes to the dish with only 1 out and the tying run on third base. Zane Zerbrugge comes up huge with a triple. First pitch, and that one's called a strike over the outer half to Sampson, and it's a 1-1. Nate is 0 for 1 tonight. He's walked a pair of times, laid down a sac bunt, and reached on an error. Corners of the infield play in. Sampson with a ground ball over to shortstop. This will score the run. They have trouble with it, and the throw gets away. Sampson up to second. The ball game is tied, and the veteran comes through.
This is unbelievable. Another miscue from Hatch at short on a routine ground ball. I mean, that is a play a professional shortstop should make 99% of the time. So not only does he have the huge miscue on what would have been an out at second on the ground ball hit by Divine, you get a huge miscue with the Saltdogs 1 run back, tying run 90 feet away. The run would have scored regardless, but now the go-ahead run in scoring position.
And it's in scoring position for Luke Roscom, who takes a strike. Roscom 0 for 3, trying to extend that 42-game on-base streak. Has driven in a run with a sac fly. We're all knotted up at 12. 0-1 pitch. Just misses outside, and it's 1-1. The Saltdogs were down 11-2, and we are tied at 12 in the bottom of the 7th with still only 1 out. 1-1, and that runs in and hits Roscom, and there's the on-base streak to 43. He does it the painful way, but he does it regardless. So now 2 on for Jason Rogers, and still only 1 out.
The first baseman, Jason Rogers.
Jason tonight is 1 for 3 with an RBI double. He's also walked. Rogers with 3 doubles in the series. And this is one of the wildest Saltdog games you can remember. Sampson on second, Roscom on first. Ball game tied at 12, and time is called. Rogers with runners in scoring position, batting .231 this year. He's driven in 5. First pitch, and that one's a called strike over the inner half at 89. 3 runs in here in the bottom of the 7th. And the pitch. Rogers line drive into right field, base hit. Sampson started to go back to third. Now he's getting the wave around. Here comes the throw. It goes to second, and the Saltdogs have come all the way back from 11-2 to 13-12.
I mean, we thought yesterday's comeback was impressive and important, and this, if they can get to the finish line, would top that 10 times. I mean, this is incredible. At one point down 9 runs, facing a very difficult lefty in Moats, and all of a sudden it is 13-12. The Saltdogs with 3 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, 4 in the 7th. Still only 1 out. And runners on the corners, a chance to add on what has already been a lopsided 7th inning. And Kansas City going to the bullpen here in the 7th inning.
This has been a remarkable night at the ballpark. The Saltdogs with 4 runs in here in the 7th inning. It's still only 1 out from down 11-2 to up 13-12. We'll tell you all about the new reliever on the other side of this break. You're listening to Saltdogs Baseball on KFOR.